from Daikichi. Excellent fortune.
What? I am grown to keychains? Sure did, yeah. Final Fantasy X was released in 01. Yeah, games were coming out for the PlayStation well after the PlayStation 2 came out. A lot of it had to do with the fact that games were already in development. I miss her bow. She was doing so much more damage.
Excellent fortune.
I am Brondo Kichi. Brondo does have what plants crave. It's got electrolytes, you know.
Oh no, we're totally outmatched.
You missed, and then I miss. Yeah, it's a little, I know, it's a little short. It's a little short, but, I mean, you make do with what you got, right? You make do with whatever you got. If you have a small dagger or dirk, you use it, and that's what he's got, so, you know, he makes do.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
Get right, kid. Wow. Wow, nice slide. Nice slide, Lenneth. Good job. Way to completely miss. Is this auto fighting? No, I'm doing all the inputs. The way it works is you hit a button on the controller for each character. So triangle is bow dude, square is sword dude.
Too easy. What's next?
X is sword girl, and circle is robe girl. So yeah, it's not your traditional. It's not your traditional turn-based RPG. It's a very unique combat system.
Don't do anything rash, my friends.
Get beasted, nerd. You can't counterattack that because if you do, you just walk right into the spell effect and you get hit. The way the game is designed is you're supposed to learn and understand the animations and how they affect the enemy, and then time your attacks to get like juggling and combos and stuff out.
Get thee hence. Oblivion awaits thee.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get some Nibelung Valesti out in a while. Hi.
To
Let's see if I can get one. Nope. Sorry, no Nibelung velocity for you guys. Pathetic. First aid is a skill that I learned and equipped, and 15% after each action it has a chance of proccing a heal.
I have drawn Chukichi. Good fortune.
It's a passive, basically, that anybody can learn. It's because I'm a god tier gamer, obviously. Why the PlayStation version? Why the port? The reason for me specifically is that I like... Yeah, why not, right? I like original versions of games almost always. Most of the time, ports and re-releases of games are garbage. Almost every single time. Like, the original releases of games are almost always better. It's very rare for a later release version of a game to be better. And what I'm talking about is, like, Final Fantasy, like for example, Final Fantasy VI and then Final Fantasy VI on GBA. It's like a enhanced re-release with extra content. The extra content is garbage. The sound chip on the GBA cannot handle the FF6 OST, so it sounds like trash. Etc, etc, etc. Castus, thank you for the 2-month resub, dude. So the thing about the PSP is it's interesting. The PSP actually natively plays PlayStation games. Like if you soft mod your PSP and you take a PSP ISO and put it on a SD card, it plays it just straight out. Not emulate. It plays it. Just straight up plays it. Because a PSP is literally a handheld PlayStation. So when you talk about that, there's not going to be any difference in the game itself and how it handles different mechanics and musics and things like that. When you port a game like Final Fantasy VI, using our previous example, to a GBA, you're having to remake the game because it's a different system entirely. Different hardware, different sound chip, different everything. You get to redo it all. So with that in mind, this may be quite a good port to the PSP, so it's going to be very true to the original just because it's the same exact hardware and systems involved, but it doesn't matter. I still prefer original releases of games. And another thing is, I have this version and I don't have the PSP version, and if I were to buy this game, if I were sitting there and going, should I get the PSP or this, 100% of the time I'll get the PlayStation version. 100% of the time. Because chances are the original version is going to be better. A lot of people will be like, you should get the PlayStation version of Chrono Trigger because it's just like the original, but it has cool anime cutscenes. And it's not. It's not the same as the original with cool anime cutscenes. It's worse. The anime cutscenes don't do anything to enhance the game whatsoever, but everything else serves to make it way worse. Same goes with Final Fantasy VI for GBA. You should just get the GBA version of Final Fantasy VI. It's just the same thing, except better. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's ugh. GBA FF6 is an assault. It's an insult to Final Fantasy VI with how poorly the GBA handles the FF6 tracks, and just in general, the visuals are slightly muddled, and then the extra content is garbage. Garbage.
Don't do anything rash.
Like the Dragon's Den? What a shitty dungeon. Generic dungeon with nothing of value. Oh, I actually got a counterattack on that. So to that end, I'm always going to pick the original release of a game over a re-release. There are, of course, certain extenuating circumstances. Like, for instance, I'm playing the Switch version of DQ11. But the thing is that the Switch version of DQ11 was originally intended to come out already. So they had already been working on the Switch version of DQ11 alongside the rest of the game's releases. So that isn't even like a later release. It's not like some kind of port. It's an actual official original release, but they had to delay it, that's all. Oh, got that treasure sense, boys. You know it. Here's a good write-up on why. Oh, so it actually is worse. Ew! The anime FMV scenes were replaced with CGI. Dude, the anime scenes in this were so good. Why would you replace them with CGI movies from the PlayStation era? Ugh. You can't sort items. I'm not gonna read this actually, it might be spoilery. I'm too early in the game. I stopped reading after the first line, it's fine. I didn't read any further beyond what I actually read to you guys. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, because original releases are almost always better. Almost always better. Very rare that they're not. Very rare. I also always prefer to play a game on its original release, just because it's a preference, you know? It's a preference to play the game as it was originally released, and not some pretend enhanced version, you know? Like I said, I think the reason I prefer the original release of a game is largely due to the fact that re-releases of games are almost always worse, so I tend to avoid them. But it might just be because I just prefer to play the game as it's intended. That might be why I hate backseating too, because I want to play the game as it's intended, not as someone that's already experienced in the game knows how to play it. Because exploiting the game is boring. I was watching this TV show yesterday, and they had a really good scene where a lady was talking to an AI. And the AI was telling the lady how to play solitaire. They're like, the AI was saying, "Oh, move this card here and that card there, and put this card here," and it was just like, after a while, it was really boring to her. Just like, this isn't fun if I just win, you know? It's not fun, but it's like, oh, but that's the objective, right? The objective is to win. But no, See, it's only fun to win if the fear of losing is present. If there's no fear of losing, there's no fun in winning. You like breaking the game, but you break it yourself, not because you read some guide on how to break it. But you choose to, you're choosing to break the game through your own learning. You're figuring it out. That's different.
No mercy.
I have played Dragon Age Origins, several hundred hours worth of Dragon Age Origins. Dun, 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 dun.
That was too easy. What's next?
Hey, some people like guides. I'm not saying that that's the only way to play a game. I'm saying that's how I like to play games. To me, there's no fun in winning if there's not a fear of losing. Failure is an opportunity to learn. Being told how to do the problem isn't an opportunity to learn anything. It's like when you get when you're in a class, in a math class, like math class, for example, and you're like, I don't understand how to do this problem. What's the answer? Well, instead of telling someone the answer, you can help them find the answer themselves. So it's like, okay, well, you have these numbers here. How do they interact? And they're like this. Okay, so if I did this to the numbers, then what would you do? Okay, well, you do that. Instead of just being like, and then it's like, oh, you help them along the process, you know, instead of it just being like, yeah, the answer's 17. Then teach a man to fish. You know, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, feed him for life. And the game, in this example, the game is the teacher, not you guys. The game is the teacher, or the aide, or the whatever, and I'm the student. So the game is supposed to teach me how to fish, you know, or I'm the teacher to myself. I'm teaching myself how to fish, you know, in this example. Play the game Mandalar Gaming just wrote a review on. Huh? Here's the thing about cheating or knowing or always winning. It's fun for a short period of time. It's fun in small bursts, you know? Like winning every single game without fear of failure is fun for about, I don't know, maybe hour tops. And then you're done. You want a chance of failure. The only way I was able to enjoy, like, I guess cheating, I guess you could call it, in GTA 3 was getting all the guns, but then you would just get 5 stars and try to live, you know, with all the tools. So it's like you freaking you're in survival mode, trying to live through hard stuff. But oh, hey, another zombie dragon. It's kind of a drag, to be honest. Could it really be that the legendary creature living in the bowels of this cave was a dragon? What's the retry spinning disc? What the hell's that about? What is it, Battle Maiden? Are you afraid? This cavern has drank too much blood. It is time to return this place back to its original form. Do not make me laugh. Such words. They are but empty boasts. By my word, dragon, you shall be returned to the grave.
Come to me, Dark Warriors. Battle awaits us.
Owie! That hurt a lot. Well, don't hit him again. Or I'll just double proc first aid. He's weak against lightning, that's why. And my sword is also lightning elemental.
You have served me well.
Get wrecked, dragon nerd. Dark Angel. Kinda wanna keep that. Kinda wanna keep it. Scarlet Lotus Sword. Correction, it was a boss fight. I mean, it's not like I'll have any shortage of other people that can use those weapons. That's why I kept them. Let's take a look at how good they are, honestly. That's kind of shit. That's kind of shit too. I mean, for artifacts, that kind of suck, but that's fine, whatever. I'll turn in everything else to get my stuff back up. Ah! I forgot that that can happen. Fool me once. See, the thing is, I'm going to be sending some noble Einherjar off to do battle on my behalf. So, I mean, they're going to go away, and I'm going to get characters that maybe use those items. Probably another spear dude, or spear girl for that matter. Who knows? One can only hope it's a spear girl. Ugh, movement in this game is kind of rough. Do, 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 do. One thing that I will say about this game is the story so far is kind of irrelevant. Like, it's just kind of, things are happening. Yay. You know, it doesn't, it's not important. The story that occurs isn't relevant. It's like, here's the story. Like the first, like the intro, you get the story intro, and then that's it. There's no, then it's just a bunch of side stories. You know, oh no, my lost love, or oh no, my rivalry with so and so. Oh, I'm a bandit. You know, just generic side stories. Take it easy, Wells. We'll see you when you get back. I'm guessing as soon as you get the Cave of Omen, it's signaling the end of that chapter, more or less. That's my prediction. Or Cave of Oblivion, rather, yeah. My prediction is there's a Cave of Oblivion for every chapter. And you can go in once, and it changes every time. But if I press start again, I'll get nothing. Yep. Interesting how they handle that. So it feels like it's gonna be a lot of rinse repeat kind of stuff. That's my feel. It's gonna be a lot of rinse and repeat. Let's see, I'm gonna send Lelowin up next. His traits are maxed out, so his hero skill is the most. So we'll do Cave of Oblivion and send off little crybaby doo-doo head. Off to die again, because he's an idiot. Idiot. Guys, such an idiot. It is said that the jewels... Oh, yeah. We've been to the Cave of Oblivion before. We need Jade. I know, right? Right? You understand, Crixie. You understand.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
I feel the energy flowing from these beings.
Tom Cruise laughing .gif. Or JPEG, whichever one you prefer.
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
Don't do anything rash, my friends.
Blah. Oh no, useless Lelowin has been stunned. Oh no.
Oh dear, I have drawn Daikyo. Terrible fortune.
Yeah,
To my side, my noble